Before every World Championship final, I used to give a motivational team talk to my snooker cue, or as I called him, Sir Potts-a-lot.
David's team.
I hope that's true. I just hope it's true.
Could you give us a flavour of the motivational talk you'd give Sir Potts-a-lot?
I used to put him in the sort of the corner of the dressing room.
Yeah. Stephen, I don't want to interrupt your flow, but if you are going to...
Oh, God, he's not looking for drugs again, is he?
This, and it's not just any cue, this is a cue signed by one of the greatest snooker players of all time, Ronnie O'Sullivan. There you go. Now, why don't you recreate the motivational talk?
You're in the dressing room, ready to go out, you've done your practice, and it's just, come on, it's me and you today. You and I get to the table, we're just going to pot every ball, we're going to clear up and win the frame. Come on, Sir Potts-a-lot.
I feel motivated.
Stephen, I'm buying into this. But if you were playing and it wasn't going that well and you came in for the break, would you give it a stern talking to?
I would sometimes come in and say, what are you doing? You know, because it's not, because obviously it's nothing to do with me.
It'd be great if the cue went, what am I doing? What are you doing?
When did you first acquire Sir Potts-a-lot?
14.
You were 14 years old?
Yep, and it got actually broken later on in my career. I come back from Thailand.
Yes.
We couldn't take the cues on board after 9/11.
Yes.
So we had to put them in the luggage.
That's the problem with 9/11. The cues got a lot worse, didn't they?
Very good.
Chris, are you a snooker fan? You seem to know the lingo.
I haven't always been blind, so I used to watch it and I played it as well until my eyesight got worse. So I had to reduce myself down to a pool table and then, you know, and then drafts. I do believe it's true because I think it's the kind of thing that successful sportsmen do. They have these little quirks and it's what makes them amazing. And Stephen was amazing.
Thank you.
Now, Laura.
Yes.
What do you think?
I think it's true because when you speak about Sir Potts-a-lot, your eyes light up and you're so enthusiastic and excited. So for that alone, I just feel like no one else could get that excited about a stick. So I think it's true because of that. Well...
I must admit, I'm pretty lost without my stick. I'll give it a talking to now. We need to get to the bank today. Are you feeling up to your game?
Have you given your stick a name, though?
Sir Finds-a-lot.
David, what about you?
When did you name your cue Sir Potts-a-lot?
It was a name, actually, my granny gave it to, so...
I have to say, if this is a lie, I'm going to totally re-evaluate you as a human being. I can believe that, firstly, in high-pressure sporting situations, there's going to be a certain amount of superstition. You want to do the same thing again and again and again. That's why I never wear trousers for this show. In a way, there's a clash, isn't there, between the triviality of Sir Potts-a-lot and the seriousness of the pep talk, and yet the story about the grandmother giving the name. Oh, yes, that makes sense of it, doesn't it? Yes. Of course. There would be something lovable in that very triviality because of the family link. So it's either true or it is a diabolical lie.
David's been under a lot of pressure recently.
I'm going to take a risk on true. If only one more time, I'm going to believe.
You're going to dare to dream.
Yeah.
All right. Stephen Hendry, were you telling us the truth about Sir Potts-a-lot or were you telling us a lie?
It was a diabolical lie.
There it goes. There it goes, the last glimmer of faith in humanity. Flushed down the toilet.
Yes, it's a lie. Stephen didn't give motivational team talks to his snooker cue. Please welcome this week's special guest, Aubrey. So, Steve, what is Aubrey to you?
This is Aubrey. When he goes on holiday, I look after his pet snail.
Sarah, how do you know Aubrey?
This is Aubrey. He once followed me home for 10 miles just to return my jar of mango chutney.
Right. And finally, Lee.
This is Aubrey. We were once threatened with eviction after we stole and fried our housemate's socks?
David, where do you want to start?
Steve, this snail, describe it.
It's got a shell and an undercarriage.
Undercarriage. OK.
Welcome to Steve Davis Natural History. It's back to you in the studio.
It's a common garden snail, nothing
Right.
special, and Aubrey asked me to look after it.
Where does he keep it?
Basically in an aquarium, the same as you would keep any type of snake or lizard.
So he keeps a common, normal, regular snail.
Totally regular snail.
The sort of thing one might find, you know, dozens of just in the garden. He keeps one of in a tank.
Yes.
Does the snail have a name?
This one's called Judd.
And what do you feed him?
Lettuce or occasionally dandelion leaves.
Right.
As a treat.
Or you should give him Frenchman as a revenge.
Just go back a minute. You specifically said this one is called Judd, which to me suggests there are others.
Yes. He's had others. The last one was Ronnie.
Ronnie before Judd.
Before Judd. And Alex.
Alex? Now, are you picking up this theme, Craig? Yes.
Got this.
With your snooker knowledge, I mean...
Steve, does Aubrey have other pets?
He used to keep snakes.
What does Aubrey do for a living?
He used to work in the snooker club I played in.
Yeah.
And we got to be friends over a period of time. I was, to some degree, interested in snakes no longer. And that's how we sort of got a bit of an interest.
So does he live near you?
In the Romford area.
And when he goes away, do you go to his house to feed the snail?
No, the snail comes to me.
That must take ages. So, what does the task of looking after a snail involve?
Fresh food and
Yes, of
also
course.
keeping the soil moisture.
And do you monitor the... Would you worry if he appeared a bit sluggish?
At last, the art form has reached its peak.
Who would you like to quiz next?
Sarah, tell us the story about the chutney following.
I was in a supermarket and I did all my shopping, and then when I packed it up, I didn't realise that I'd left some chutney.
You packed up all the shopping apart from a jar of chutney.
Yeah.
Mango, did you say?
Mango.
Delish. Continue.
So nice. So then I went back to my car, I got in my car, I drove away, I didn't know I'd forgotten anything, and when I turned off the dual carriageway, a car was flashing me, and I thought I'd done something wrong, and it was this man called Aubrey, and he came out of his car and had my chutney.
Is this quite a special supermarket that you had to go all the way 10 miles to get this chutney?
Oh, it's called Lidl, and it is worth the drive, my friend.
It's worth that 10 miles
I
there.
wasn't at my house.
Right.
So I wasn't in London, where I live now. I was at a writer's retreat in the...
Costa Rica.
Costa Rica.
A place called Sheldon in the Cotswolds.
So you're sitting at the wheel, he comes alongside,
Yep.
and you see him holding the chutney.
Yep.
What do you do?
Well, I put the window down.
OK.
And he says, "You left this at the supermarket.
Creepy.
I've been following you."
And then how did you know his name was Aubrey? Did he then go, Anne, lovely to meet you, bye?
No, he tweeted me. He tweeted me that night.
Saying what?
Just, how's your dinner with your chutney?
Did you reply?
No.
So,
So
hang
this
on.
is the first time you've seen your stalker since...
No, it's a year and a half ago. He's
Hardly
never
a
got in contact
stalker.
again. He's not a stalker.
She left some chutney and he brought it back to... If
For
that
10
makes you a
miles.
stalker,
For
then I
10
think we're all a
miles.
little bit of a stalker,
This is just
aren't
a
we?
jar of normal mango chutney.
It's delicious, but yeah, normal.
Did you definitely leave the chutney there, or did he just pick anything off a shelf and then follow you, and he's here now?
Oh, yes, when you in the shopping, you found the jar of chutney.
Did you find more chutney?
I didn't, but now I'm scared, even though I know I didn't.
Did you...
All the audience members are going, yes, he stopped me for chutney once.
Now then, what about Lee?
Lee, remind us of your story.
This is Aubrey. We were once threatened with eviction after we stole and fried our housemate's socks.
What was the name of the housemate?
Her name was Kathy.
And who caught you frying these socks?
The catching didn't happen till the next day because it was on New Year's Eve.
Right.
And we were about to go out celebrating. And we may have been, in my more carefree days, a little bit worse for wear. And so we decided it would be fun to fry these socks.
So how did you fry them?
Well, as anyone knows, you want to go for your basic, get a bit of butter in, get it all hot, nice and heated, lay the sock like a thin piece of steak, one side, all you're doing is searing the edges, you don't want to cook the middle. Very important.
How did you know Aubrey?
But, well, me and Aubrey had been travelling together in Australia, and we were in Australia at the time. Did I tell you that?
No.
Oh, well, I just have.
Those socks were left in the frying pan, weren't they?
Yeah, overnight.
So who found them the next day?
The mother of the flatmate.
No way.
Yes, way.
Describe the crisis of the next day. The mother's there, she's come into the house, she's seen the charred socks in the frying pan.
Yes.
What happens next?
So we've come back late on New Year's Eve. Now New Year's Day, it's like 4 in the morning. So I was still asleep. And it was Aubrey that got the grief off the mother.
Right.
What was she so cross about?
What was she so cross about? We fried her daughter's underwear. What do you think?
That's well,
not
socks.
underwear.
Socks is not underwear.
They are where I wear them.
So the mother gets cross with Aubrey and says what?
She went, "Good day, Kathy. How are you?" She's come in. And then she comes and she goes, screw! Who's done that in me daughter? Who's done that with me daughter's socks? I'm going to go crazy. Oi, you, Aubrey, get yourself down here. So Aubrey comes down, wanders down in the kitchen. She went, screw, mate, who would fry a girl's socks? And then he said, look, we were a bit... And she went, don't you... And she went crazy at him. She absolutely went crazy. She said, I'm going to report you to the owner of the house, she said, and I'm going to have you evicted.
Were you evicted? Did you have to leave
We weren't evicted. We were threatened with eviction.
Yeah.
I think the landlord did then have a word. Aubrey was very much seen as the leader of the two of us.
Right.
He's the kind of person... I mean, look at the different statures of the two of us. He can hold himself. Boy, can he hold himself. And... told not to smile!
We need an answer. So, David's team. Is Aubrey Steve's snail mate, Sarah's condiment saviour, or Lee's sock-sizzling sidekick?
This is a problem.
It is.
What's the problem?
Well, the problem is no one would keep a single snail as a pet. No one would follow someone 10 miles just to return some chutney. And Lee would fry some socks, but it's clearly not Lee. So,
come on, what's
socks?
Socks, you're saying socks. OK,
Socks.
In that case, Aubrey, would you please reveal your true identity?
I'm Aubrey, and Lee and I fried our
housemaid socks. Yes, Aubrey is Lee's sock-sizzling sidekick, and the proof is found in this. Those are the socks. And who is that ever so camp, glamorous young man holding